What's up, guys? Let's talk burnout. Um, Burnout is real. What more is there to say? Burnout not only for physicians, but healthcare professionals, students. You can burn out anytime, and you most likely will burn out multiple times throughout your medical career. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Ramiz. I'm a board certified internal medicine physician. And now I'm back in training. I'm a second year radiology resident. So I burnt out in my first residency for sure, and I'm feeling burnt out again in my second residency. And what's interesting is that you go through phases. You'll go through a long segment of time where you start feeling burnt out, and it builds up day to day. And then, maybe you'll have a break, maybe you'll have vacation, maybe something else will happen in your mind. You get distracted with something else and you start to feel a little bit better, and then eventually you reach this burnout phase once more. And I'm not here to really talk about how to deal with burnout. Everybody deals with burnout in different ways. I'm here to essentially just address the fact that it's okay to feel burnt out. Some people might say like you're supposed to feel burnt out in residency, and it is what it is. You kind of have to just take it day by day. I learned that lesson in my first residency, that you just take it day by day. So for those who may not be familiar with how residencies work and how you're more prone to burnout, in my opinion, when you're working as a resident, you're essentially working 6 days a week. You're transitioning between days and nights. Sometimes you might be on a stretch where you might be consistently on days or consistently on nights. But for a lot of residents, like in radiology in particular, you work day shifts and then you'll do a call where you'll come in the afternoon and then you'll work overnight. So like tonight, I'm working overnight. Tomorrow I'll go home and I'll sleep. And the next day I'll come back for a day shift. So your sleep cycle is kind of messed up. Then, like I mentioned before, you're working 6 days a week. So you get 1 day off a week, unless like how I'm getting a day off tomorrow, technically a day off, even though I'll be in the hospital all morning tomorrow. But you'll get a day off, and this will be your post-call day, which is tomorrow for me, or your scheduled 1 day off a week. And that's fine. Working 6 days, you get used to it. In medicine, it's a constant grind. It's good for the patients because then there's continuity with the doctors. But in that 1 day off, you have so many other things, so many other aspects of life that get put on hold or are just not addressed during the week. So you got to just catch up on normal things, normal tasks that most people don't even think about. Laundry, getting a haircut, going to the post office, just regular errands. That usually gets consumed on that 1 day off. Not to mention then you have family that probably wants to see you or spend time with you, friends. So it's kind of becomes a tough balance to try to do anything else but medicine during that time. The good thing is, though, this residency is temporary. It's a temporary time, and you learn the most during residency. I mean, you have to, right? So it is what it is. I mean, I'm in my second year now. Am I feeling burnt out? Yeah. Am I afraid to admit it? No. There's no need to be afraid to admit it. Everybody burns out. It's normal to get burnt out. This is a grueling schedule. It's not easy. And you realize that the hospital is a 24/7 entity. It's a big machine, and the gears are always grinding. And you're just there as another cog in the wheel, just helping this machine go forward. So you realize quite quickly that, no matter how much you do in 1 day, it doesn't matter. The next day, there might be double the amount of work. You can never predict how the next day is going to go. So really what's more important is to whatever work you're doing, just do it right, do it proper. Don't think about tomorrow. Just focus all your attention on today. The only time I think about tomorrow is when I'm done with the day, I have my stuff, I'm leaving the hospital, or I'm at home now, and I can anticipate and plan for maybe some of the procedures that I'm going to do tomorrow, the rotation that I'm going to be on tomorrow, what lecture we're going to have tomorrow. That's the only time I think about tomorrow. Otherwise, you just take it 1 day at a time, one step at a time, and it's okay to feel burnt out. You take some time to yourself, find out different strategies that help you mentally relax your mind, even for like an hour, and eventually you get back to it, you get back on the grind, and when it's all said and done, you'll be a great physician at the end of the day. And that's honestly true. After going through something like this, you do take your job extremely seriously, you become really good at your job, and at the end of the day, you know, you're dealing with patients' lives, you're dealing with people's lives. So you kind of have to become this way. Otherwise, you know, you have no business being in medicine. So those are my thoughts on burnout. If you like the content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, give me a like. It helps the channel quite a lot. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And more videos, more content coming soon. Until next time.